President Tinubu is in the UK right now. According to what we heard, he went on medical vacation, or he went to rest. Now, President Tinubu is the Minister of Petroleum, and NNPC, which is the government, should I say government filling station, is selling fuel at 1,030 naira or thereabout. I don't understand how they want Nigerians to survive. Right now, Labour had released a statement that they have to revert to the old price. Which one is the old price? Labour, the old price is still like buying 1,000 naira. If somebody is buying for at 900, it's still the old price. It's the same price, like 1,000. If somebody is buying for at 800, he's still buying at 1,000 or 1,000 plus, because the neighborhood is not far. So, President Tinubu, I want to ask you one question. You guys occupied Nigeria in Goodluck Ebele Jonah's time, when fuel was 65 naira and they wanted to take that for 220 naira. You said no, that cannot happen. You guys came, you occupied Nigeria. In fact, then they were just adding a little. It wasn't even up to 120. You guys had to come out to protest. Now you got to your turn as president. You decided single-handedly to lock up people who came out to demand for good governance. President Tinubu, what is the problem? I want you to tell us, because right now, Nigerians, we need to stand up and go out there and protest. We need to, if they don't want you to go out and protest, you can use your phones to protest. We can start a hashtag that we need serious intervention in this country. How can our government be putting Nigerians in this kind of situation? A country that is this blessed, Nigerians are very hardworking. They don't deserve this kind of leadership. President Tinubu, we are calling you to come back to Nigeria to answer us, because we want to know where we have wronged you. We Nigerians have wronged you, because Nigerians, we have always said that Nigeria will become better. Nigeria, it's not as if Nigeria is bad. But the better we are talking about is when it comes to, in terms of leadership. Nigeria is a great country. Nigeria, being the giant of Africa, was no cliche when they gave it the name the giant of Africa, because we are truly the giant. Nigeria as a country is so blessed with natural resources that when we harness it, we are going to become a formidable force. And why do you think that the international community can never leave Nigeria? It's because they know how much they benefit from cocoa. Let us talk about cocoa alone. Let's not even go into shea butter. Do you know the amount of cocoa that leaves Nigeria on a weekly basis? Or that is, do you know in monthly returns, do you know how much leaves Nigeria that cannot be accounted for? Do you know how many barrels of oil leaves Nigeria? And then they refine this oil. I don't understand how an oil producing country will not be relying on international refineries, and then Dangote refinery who just came in. How can one man, Dangote, be so powerful more powerful than the federal government? How can Dangote be the one to now own refinery, and a whole country cannot own refinery? I want you to make it make sense. Make it make sense, Mr. President. Where you went to rest, you are resting, and people are crying for hunger. Now, a lot of people have resigned from their jobs because they can no longer be going to work at the expense of their family. Yes, because when they are paid a certain amount of money, they spend it all on transportation and buying of fuel. For those who have cars, they have parked their cars. If you go to ministries, you will see that big men, directors who would naturally have their cars driven to work with their drivers, have now parked their cars to struggle staff bus with the junior staff. Mr. President, while you are in the UK, I want you to go on social media and watch and see how people are hungry on the streets. People are hungry, and whenever they come out to protest, they are being arrested. What kind of governance are you doing? Are you sure we are still in democracy? Because it seemed to me like the government is of the people. Democracy is just is on paper, while the real thing that we're happening is military regime. That's how it seemed to me. Because even in military regime, I don't think we went through this kind of hardship. We went through this kind of stuff. President Tinubu, you better come down to Nigeria and do the needful, because I don't understand why you should be going on vacation when there's fire on the mountain. Like, make it make sense, sir. Your wife came out to say we should go into agriculture. Now, to even plant, according to her, we should make gardens in our homes. To even plant, we need to buy sand from horticulture people. How much is a bag of sand right now as we speak? You discover that in those days, when we buy plants, when we buy things like pepper, tomatoes, and all of those things, perishables, we can pour them at our backyard as a nursery, and it will produce pepper and it will actually bear. But now when you pour all those things, because they are GMO product, they will not even bear. They will just bring out flour and never bear, and then we need to uproot them and throw away. Now we need to plant. We will need to go and buy seeds that are already genetically modified still. That's what we'll still go and buy and come to plant things that will grow in 2 months, some in 6 weeks, and we'll plant those things. At the end of the day, Mr. President, these things are not healthy for our lives, and that is why our soil is no longer productive, because we bring GMO products to come and pollute our soil. In those days, you hardly see a Nigerian come down with cancer, but now because of the kind of things we consume, Nigerians are coming down with cancer. Now we are talking about people leaving the country. People are leaving the country not because Nigeria is bad, or not because Nigerians are bad. People are leaving the country because of bad government policies. And I've always said that we should hold our government accountable. And President Tinubu, right now, Nigerians, you need to come out. Let us hold this government accountable. Let us call them to order, because they are totally going out of order. How can NNPC, a government filling station, be selling fuel for over 1,000 naira? That is, we are buying fuel a liter for $1. Is that what we are saying? President Tinubu, right now, what you are doing is only God that is going to help you. Because the way Nigerians are angry, don't allow them kneel and pray for you. Don't allow them do bad prayers on you. How much are people earning that they should buy fuel for 1,200 naira, 1,300 or 1,030 naira? How much are people earning as salary? If you have even increased salary, that is the living wage, and you say the minimum wage. Now let us talk about living wage. People, pay so much attention on minimum wage, forgetting the living wage, which is the most important thing. We need to reform things like INEC, because right now the way it's looking, even in the next election, you will still find your way into power, because you are all, the judiciary is under you, the INEC is under you. Every establishment that is supposed to checkmate you is under you. They are under your leadership. They have not gotten autonomy the way local government chairmen got autonomy. Why not make them to get autonomy, so that INEC will truly be an umpire? Because as I speak, INEC is just an umpire on paper. It is not in real life. And that is why you people can control whatever you want to control. President Tinubu, this appeal goes out to you. Revert the fuel price. Revert the fuel price, because this suffering is becoming too much. How can, if we are feeling this way, how much more the ordinary Nigerians who are not working, people who depend solely on menial jobs to survive? How do people call plumbers into their houses to work and they will pay them? Would they be able to afford to pay them? How would farmers survive? Because by the time you came in and you people say, oh, you are going to stop the Fulani herdsmen from parading with cows, and they are still in Abuja, in the Federal Capital Territory. Now they have turned the Capital Territory into the Capital Cattle Territory. It is a very shameful thing that they are moving around in some corners of Abuja and destroying people's farmland. And you guys are still saying people should go into farming. Yes, going into farming is a good thing. It's lucrative and all. But what conducive environment have you made for the Nigerian community? This is really sad that Nigeria is so blessed, but the truth is, no matter how much you make in Nigeria right now, you are going to use it to spend on fuel. You are buying only fuel, because if there's no light, you have to run your generator. Of course, light, if you are in band A, you have steady light, but the price is very, very high. Now, people have made a new tax board. I don't understand how many things you want to tax people on. I hope you won't wake up one day and you'll be taxing us on air that we breathe. President Tinubu, you were the one with your brother, Buhari. You are the ones that came out to protest and did occupy Nigeria. Where are you all? Where is Vice President Osibanjo? Where is he? Where is Professor Wole Soyinka? All the people that were at the forefront of Nigeria demanding for justice. And you know what Goodluck Ebele Jonathan had said earlier? He said, forget all these people. They are saying this because they want to get into power. And that was exactly what happened. It's because we want to. Now, 12 years is going. We have not seen any improvement since you guys took over power. We have not seen any improvement, President Tinubu and your friends. We have not seen any improvement. All we see is bad governance. All we see is bad leadership. All we see is people being locked up for saying the truth, for calling out the authorities to say they should do the right thing. Now, Labour had come out to release a press statement that they should revert to old price. Old price indeed. Old price is the same thing. Fuel should be sold at least 200 naira a litre. That is what we are demanding for. President Tinubu, fuel should be sold at 200 naira a litre. That is what we are demanding for. Yes.